Hello, yeah, I'm going to be showing you how I design this food ordering app using Figma step by step. It's a step by step tutorial. In just a few minutes, I'm going to be showing you how I was able to design this. And if you are seeing me for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let me show you how. So the first you want to click on frame, then go to your iPhone, click on your iPhone, all right? So this is our iPhone 16 that we are using. We're using iPhone 16 for this design. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add image. So you click on image and go straight to where you add your image. So we're going to look for, I'll make it look bigger so that we can see the particular image you want to input. So I'm just going to look for a better image that I can use. All right, so I'm going to come here and drag it inside. All right, so I'm able to do that because I'm using frame, right? Yeah, because our iPhone 16 that we have there by default is frame, because frame is what you use to design your body. So I'm just going to go over there and use our circle. Now I need to make this circle to enter inside our frame. So I will use that, try to play around so that it can enter inside. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch it because I want it to be rounded from the top. So that's why I'm using circle to do this. So any hack that you think will work for you, you can use anything to do it. All right. So I'm going to drag that down a little so that it will be equal between the top and the bottom. So I'm going to go over there and click on my text. I'm going to write some text here. So I'm going to be fast about this writing. I don't want this video to be too long. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the text size. All right. So I'm going to change the color of this background, the color of our cycle, which is not the background of our design environment. So I'm going to also have to, increase this text and increase the text, and I'm going to change the font. Put a better font that will be bold enough. As you can see, it's currently dark. So we have to increase the size, and then I'm also going to work on the color. So you can see the black and red doesn't go together. So I'm going to go ahead and increase this one also. I'm going to use same font. So you have to be uniform. So it's very important that we use the same font in order for it to be uniform. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the field and make it white. I'll do the same with the upper. I'll make it white also. So we'll just go ahead and increase the font. So I need to make sure that the font is centralized. So I have to draw my rectangular tools just to make some few designs here. I just want to add some few designs here. So I'm going to go there and add the corner radius. That means the corner. I want the corner of this my rectangle, this my box to be rounded. All right, that's the corner radius. I'm using 5. So I'll make this color white, and I'm going to go ahead and hit on Ctrl D to duplicate it. Ctrl D is to duplicate on your keyboard. So I'll make that into 2. And I'm going to go ahead and reduce it because they're not going to be on the same size. They're going to be different size. All right. I need to make sure that the first one is longer. So this is just an idea, just to make the design look more professional, make sense. So I'm going to go ahead and also go ahead and duplicate that. So make it the color, give it a color. This time around, the color should not be the same thing with the whites. All right. So the first one should be white, but this other 2 color, I'm going to make it faded so that the color will be faded a little bit. It should be different from the bigger size. So these I'm going to make it 3 in order to be, and they are going to be uniform on the same line, as you can see. So duplicating that, I don't have to change color again because it's the same color. So I'll just group it and stretch it to the front. So I stretch it to the front, and align that. So I'm going to make sure that this at the middle. I'm going to bring it to the middle in order for it to fit in. Alright, so I'm going to go over to my rectangular toolbar. That's what I wanted to do right before I had to make sure I designed that. The idea just came, right? So you can actually do anything you want to do. Now I'm going to make it rounded. I'll add it. I think I added 5 is not enough. I'll make it 20. 20 is not enough. I'm going to increase it to 40. Okay. Okay, the corner rounded is better off at 40. So I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to stick to 40. It look more. Alright, so we have to make sure that this has to be white. I'm going to make it white. Very important. So I have to draw a little box here. I'm going to give that cycle red. So yeah, I need to input some some icons. So I'll just input some icons. I'll just pause the video and add all the icons to this page. So here I'm going to put on get started. So I'm going to make it black because it's going to be placed inside our rectangle. Right, I'm going to place inside the white rectangle, so I need to make it black so that it can be visible. So over here I'm going to send to front because at the back, so I'm going to send to front. So this font look like it's too big. I'm going to go ahead and reduce it a little bit. Then I'm going to so then I'm going to centralize it so it to be uniform alongside with the cycle, the red cycle. So I'm going to input these are the icons that I got. So I'm going to input them inside. So let me zoom in so that we can see what we are working on. So this icon, as you can see, black doesn't go well with white, with red. I'm going to go ahead and add color to it, make the field white. And then so let's see what we have designed so far. Let's see how far it has gone. All right, so this is just the first page we are working on. So in the other page is a little bit more complicated. This is very easy. The other page is a little bit more complicated, but I'm going to be very, very detailed with the way I'm going to be explaining it so that you can understand what I'm doing. So I'll go over and click on iPhone 16 again in order to get on that page. All right, so I'll click on iPhone 16. Don't forget our iPhone 16 or whatsoever thing you type there, whether it's iPhone 16 or Vivo or any other phone that you click, they are all going to be frame, because frame is what holds the body of your website or your app. All right, if you are designing your website, anything you drag is going to be frame, because frame allows you to input anything inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and type all the write-up that I'm going to be using in this new page, this app page. All right, so this is going to be the body of the app. So this particular place is going to be the body of the app, and it's going to contain so many things. So I need to, so here is our frame. I'm going to put our frame there. The reason why I'm using frame because I'm going to put in the profile picture. The other place is going to contain our profile picture. So all this write up, I'm going to convert them to give it a feel. It should be black because I'm using them on a white background. So I need to go ahead. By default, it is white. So I'm going to go ahead and change the color to black, not pure black, but a little bit dark enough to be shown inside the white. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the size. This is John Doe, and that's the location. So this is the profile. This is a profile page. As you can see, the app profile page. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some kind of avatar to it. So I'm going to duplicate that and take it to the left. So you hit on Ctrl D on your keyboard to duplicate. You hit Ctrl D and then you duplicate. Then you can move the duplicate to any place you want to move it to. It is that simple and very easy. All right. So I have to zoom in so that we can see what we are doing where. So here is the avatar. I'm going to put that, align that. All right. So I'm going to align the John Doe to be at the middle, and I'm going to align profile. That's a profile picture. That way our profile picture is supposed to be. Before the end of this video, I'm going to be putting profile picture there so you can see what I mean by that. So this is a profile. This is an account. So I'm going to go ahead and put that symbol there. Everything you see here is just for decoration, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on my rectangular tool because I'm going to drag it and give a very big design here. So this is going to be our wallpaper, all right, our design, our wallpaper, because this page is where we are going to be ordering food. So this page is very, very important. And so unlike the other page that we created, that was just the home page. So this is your profile page where you see all your orders, that you can order, that shows the menu of this app. So this shows the menu of the app. All right, so I gave it a corner rounded of 40. So I go ahead and change the color of our font to put it here. So I go ahead and change the color. So don't forget that I wrote them out first. I wrote everything out. Alright, so here I'm going to put that search now, and that search now, the color is too dark. I'm going to reduce the color of the search now to be a little bit. I'm going to reduce the color to be a gray color, so it will not be too visible. Alright, I can see it's more appealing and amateur like this. I'm going to drag that avatar in. So I'll bring the avatar to the front so it can show up. So I'm going to drag the avatar in inside our search bar. Alright, so that's our view mode. So that means under this view mode, we are going to have to put so many. So here is our banner. This is our banner where we are going to put our wallpaper. So I'm going to take that down. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag it down a little bit. If you notice, I'm trying to resize it so as to fit in the same size between both edge, the left and the right. So I want to change this other color. I'll change the color to red. Now I'm going to change the icon inside to white. Red, move it white. I'll change the icon of this. I'm going to change the background to be close to like pink somehow, so the icon inside can be showing very well. So here, as you can see, I gave it a corner radius of 5. So I'm going to input image here. I'm going to input image, the wallpaper. I'm going to input the wallpaper inside. Now the wallpaper did not enter. Why? Because we are supposed to use frame, so I have to delete that. Now frame is the right thing to use, not rectangular tool. I have to use frame. So I'll go back and use frame, and you can see my wallpaper can then enter inside, because frame is what holds your body. Alright, so anything that enters inside the frame, it doesn't show the edge. So you can see. So I'm going to make sure that the corner radius is 5. That's fair enough. Alright, so this one I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, stretch it a little bit. So you have to position it well, because I'm going to be adding a very big food menu into this particular banner. Alright, so I need to give it space. There need to be space at the bottom, so where the food menu can be. So I'm going to come back here and click on my rectangular tool. I need to drag a space bar here. Here is going to be a button where you can order now. Alright. So I'm going to put the order now there. That's the right top order now. I'm going to look for a better font to make it more visible. Then I'm going to increase the font size. Make sure the button is white and that the button is rounded. Its corner radius is 5. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Ctrl D on my keyboard to duplicate these. These are my frames. Now these are going to be the handles of. I'm going to add images there. These are the handles of the product that this particular food delivery company is selling. I'm going to go there and drag it in, expand it. So these places are going to be the handles of the product that this particular app is meant to be selling. So I'm going to change the background. The half background, it's not supposed to be white. I'm going to go ahead and just change the full page background. Let's change that a little to make it look more appealing. So I'm going to go ahead and change the color of our frame, the fill to white. I'm going to go ahead and do that for all of them. Change all of them to 5 to white. And I'll do that for the last one. So I'm going to go ahead to my image and import more images, right? I click on open, I drag for the image to show up, and then I'm going to place it carefully. So you need to make sure that the menu, the food, this is the food menu. I need to make sure that they are aligned. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same, make sure that they are aligned. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same for all the frame that I put up here. So I'll go ahead to my image and another. I'm going to drag it to put on that image here, another food menu. So these are food menu that can be ordered. So any of this menu that you click on order now. It's going to take you to the order page where you can order your food. As you can see, this is a delivery app. So I'm going to go ahead and add our chairs. We'll drag it for it to show up. And I'm going to place it where it's supposed to be. This is why there's space at the bottom of all these frames that I created, which is the food menu, because the names of the food that the name of this food are going to be at the bottom of it. So that's why I'm giving it space, in case you are wondering. So I click on my font. I'm going to write out something here. So I'm going to write out this burger. I'm going to write out the names of all the food items, and I'm going to give it a very attractive font, a font that will make it look very attractive. So this font is very okay. So I'm going to put it there. That's burger. I'm going to Ctrl D on my keyboard to Ctrl D, and I'm going to move it and duplicate it across all the food menu, and I'm going to go ahead and start editing them. So I'll double click on it in order to gain access to edit. So I'll edit it. I think this should be salad or something. So I'm just going to go ahead and edit all the names on the menu. So just to make sure that we have to resize all the food menu here, resize all of them to be bold so that it can be visible. Resize that. Alright, so we are almost done with this particular page. So one more thing to add, I'm going to have to duplicate these fonts. Alright, the easier way to easily write your font is to duplicate the one you already have. When you duplicate the one you have, you can go ahead and just edit it. You don't need to go ahead and start typing from the beginning. Just duplicate the one you have. I'm going to go ahead and write Here's the categories. I change the color to black. So this will be the category, and this will be view all. So because this is kind of a carousel kind of, so you can actually scroll to view all menu on this particular page, all available snacks and food that is available in this particular page. So you can view all. So I'm going to come here and drag my frame, right? So I'm using frame to do this because I'm going to be adding image inside the frame. You know, you can't add image to a rectangular bar. That's why I use frame. So with this frame, I'm going to go ahead and add image. So I'll go ahead and click on my image, and I'm going to add image inside. I'm going to go ahead and drag it. So this is the popular today. So this particular image is the popular. That means this shows the most ordered food for today. That's why it's showing the popular today. Alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and add more frame here. Now I want this frame I want it to be inside the major design. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce it and try to fit it inside. Alright, so once it enters inside, I'm going to drag it down and I'm going to increase it. I'll go ahead and give it a color in order for it to be different from the normal. So now I want to give you the corner radius of our design environment. So I'm going to go ahead, that's 20, I will make it 40. And the corner radius is 40. You can see the corner is now rounded. And then I'm going to go ahead and, change the color of our profile. That's our profile image. Once I'm done, I'm going to add the profile image to that place. So all these icons that I imported, I'm going to start making use of them. So I just bring them down. So here we're going to have the home button. So the button that will send you back to your home. So I just break all the icon close by, the icons that I need. I'm going to go ahead and draw a circle. Alright, so I'll draw a circle. Go ahead and click on circle and drag it, and make sure that I resize it to fit into the middle of this design environment. I'm going to change the color and give it red. And I'm going to add the background shadow. The shadow is going to be red as well. It's going to make it more attractive. So I'm going to place my icons here. That's my home icon. They're going to be there as home. Then I'm going to add my profile icon at the right. So the home icon is going to be on the left, and the profile icon is going to be on the right. Go ahead and change the color of our key. So I need to align that. I need to make sure both the home and the profile is aligned at the center. Alright, so this is the right font. This is the right icon I'm supposed to use here. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that icon. I'll delete the one I currently have there, and you put this one. This is the right icon that's supposed to be here. Okay. Alright, so this is my profile. I'm going to go ahead and add image to my profile. So I'll go and look for an image. I'm going to add any good image that I can use as a profile image, a profile photo. I think I'll use this red one. All right, because it has no background, so I'll just go ahead and drag it inside. And then, as you can see, we have our profile image. If I zoom down, you are going to see that we already have our profile image here. All right, so that's our profile image. So I'm going to go ahead and just scroll down and preview what we have done so far. Now I'm going to go ahead and focus on the bottom part of it. This is not perfectly aligned, as you can see, so I'm going to make sure that they're aligned. All right, so on this my home page, I'm going to go ahead and give it a corner radius of 40, the same way I did to our profile page, to our booking page. All right, I'll go ahead and make it 40, so that it will be rounded the same way this other page is rounded. All right, so I just go ahead and make this color lighter so that it can be visible because of our icons, which is the icons, our home icon and the profile icon. So they are dark, so I need to make the footer to be a little bit visible. So that's the purpose of that. As you can see, we're already done with our design. I'm just going to go through and see some things and fix any things that need to be fixed, because these two pages they're already completed. I need to go ahead and make this. I want to make this thing fade. Right? I need to make all of them fade. I'll go over to the other one, do the same thing here. I just need to copy the color code, go ahead and paste it there. So you can see it makes more sense like this. All right, so just go ahead and check for things that are missing and just try to replace them. Now I need to add, before I forget, on this our banner we need to add our image. All right, our banner image, I have not added it, so I need to go to my image and go to add it. I'll go ahead and drag. All right, I'll go ahead and drag it. So I need to make it bigger. So all right, need to resize it. All right, so I almost forgot, because I was noticing that something is missing from this page, because the page look very empty. So I just remember now, so I have to put that in. Don't forget that before you start designing, you must make sure you sketch everything you are doing. Sketch them out first before you start designing your Figma. I already drew this thing out, so that's why I noticed that I've now added something like this. So don't just open your Figma and start designing from empty head. You must make sure you have something before you start designing. All right, so this is how you design your app on Figma. Very easy. So if you like what I did, I want to give me a subscribe. I want to make you subscribe to this channel so you can go ahead and check out your designs. That's all.